Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I've come on here today because I wanted to do a bit of beading, so I thought I'd bring you with me. Now, right, this is going to be a bit different from what I've done before because this one here I did on felt after I'd traced around a piece of a heart shape. Okay, so just put the beads on there and made that. I haven't actually finished the back of it yet. I'm going to put something on the back of it and use it as a thing for around your neck by putting a bail on the end of it. You can put it around your neck as a necklace, or you can make it a brooch. Okay, now I've also did this one here. This is a leaf. And, you can see that I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that's too far now. Too far. Okay, so that's the leaf that I did, and I did that by doing a actual outline, right? But I've decided today that I'm not going to do the outline thingy because I think it's going to be a lot easier if I actually use one of these appliques. Just going to try at any rate. Okay, so I'm going to put that away to one side and see if this works. I imagine it would. I mean, you see beaded appliques all over the place. I mean, but they're not been done by different people, I suppose, not people like me that haven't tried to do one yet. I've done sort of a little bit of work on a couple, but not a big deal, you know, not a great deal. So I'm going to need some little beads, some little all sorts of little beads. I've got a card here with butterflies on it. You know, just look at the decorations. You know, I bought that at one of the shops as a birthday card, and I thought that, well, that'll come in handy if I ever want to draw one, but it also worked really good if I want to bead one, won't it? You know, this depends what. But see, you've got your design here anyway, pretty much. Around the outside part here, I think I might put these orange long ones, right? And I need to have some little round ones for around these bits here, a long bit for his body. So I've got. That's actually got a lady on it. I don't know if I could use that or not. We'll see what happens, eh? So I've got lots of different bits. I could use the square one, I suppose. That would go on there. Okay, you reckon? Now, I don't know whether this... I think it'll be sturdy enough, this piece. You could back it, I suppose, with a piece of felt if you wanted to first to make it a bit more... to make it a bit sturdier. I could put these ones down the bottom. That looks cool. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly like that is there, does it? It can be all your own thing. Now I have another one, have I? Got to have another one of those. No, wrong sort. But I do have a lot in different places, so I'm going to have a little squeeze about and find the right colours. I have that one. I've got round one. We've got to get the right thingy, don't we? Okay. These have got long ones in it too, like these are called, I forgot. Them beads, you know. I know they're called something, I can't think of what it is now. If you just hang on a second, I'll get this other box here that I had with the bits in it that I've been working on. I've got those there. So you need little flat pieces, of course. Those bales are way too big, but I've got some small ones, so we can look at those in a minute. There has got to be something else here flat that I can use, because I would have went through and picked it out to do this with. Maybe not so small, but I would have got something. Okay, so now let's find this thing you need. Right. Okay. If you just bear with me a second. I know that I put some up under here, but I don't know if they're the right sort of things either, do I? I was going to use these. These are just little beads. Actually, this green one's a bit shorter than that one there, but I might not use that either. Let's just get started anyway. we can work on what to put on it later, can't we? We don't have to... Hang on a second. I'll just get this one out here. Let's see what's in this one. I just need some flat bits. Some flat bits for the bottom part there. And I know I have got heaps of those kind of ones. There's some diamondy ones. There's all places to look, isn't there? Got them spread out all over the place here today. I can't help it. Oh, look at this. But these are like mermaids scales. That doesn't matter, does it? If it's on a butterfly, they don't care what they've got on them, do they? I've got some flat ones in here. Not really. Rightio. Now we've got to stop all this mucking around so we can get on with this. And I need to time it a bit, I think. Do some timing. Should have picked out some butterfly things before we got started, but anyway, you'll forgive me for scratching through looking for things. People who do things like this will know, do any sort of crafting, will know that you have to find the right thing, don't you, to do these things with. Now let me see. As long as I get two the same, that's all I need. It's two the same. So let's go with these here. I'm going to put these on it. I think these look pretty cool. Come on, let me get out of this. Get out of here, get out of here. Okay. And whether I refer back to my note or not, you know, you never know with me because I'm... Right, so I'm going to put those there. And then I'm going to need to put long ones around the outside like so. I'm going to need... I don't know what there's a mark on that. That doesn't impress me. I suppose we'll be covering that over anyway. So we can put them there, or we could put a smaller thing like... I don't know about that because you can't really see it that plain. What about these flat back things? Not very bright butterfly, is it? You need a really bright one. There's so many ideas out there. I'm going to stick them on, but then I've got to find something that I'm going to put on the centre part here. It's got to be a long one, and that'd have to be this red one by the look of what I've got here so far, which is not going to work for me if it's all too big. Looks like eyes and nose, doesn't it? I know that I have some more of those things here, flat back things. I think I even got a... Let's have a look in here. I wanted something different for the centre part, I'm sure I do. That's not... I don't think this thing's wide enough, that bit. No, definitely not. Definitely not wide enough. Right. Okay. Well, crafting with me involves looking for things, as you know. It's the way it goes. Now, if it was a big one, that'd be cool, because of a great big butterfly. But it isn't. You can't... Don't pick anything too big, because you know what? It really takes a long time to do. If you pick a thing that's too big, it takes a little while to get on with it. It does. Therefore, it'll be very disheartening if you're trying to do something and it's taken forever. Just haven't got a long bead here somewhere. Wow, that's cool. That's a nice one. Got to find the little ones for the little bits. I must say though, it's worth it in the long run. I mean, waiting and looking and finding the right things. I might then take this and leave it sit down for quite some time before I get back to it again, because you know what, it's just it's time consuming, and but once I get into something like this, it gets very... Look at that, there you go, I've started that one, but it hasn't actually got a design on it. So that's one that I'm doing, I did earlier. Now, I found some bits. These are diamante bits that I could put on. There's some nice little flowers that I could put on. But we are restricted to the amount that we've got a space for here, haven't we? We're restricted to that. Whether we can put 3 along there or not, I don't know. But you need to put your main pieces on first, the biggest pieces that you've got there on first. Now, I know I'm picking those ones out that is in something, but I've got some here that fell out of it. So I know that I can use that. That's blue. Here's another mauve one, a blue one. Have I got 3? I've got 3 of those. Excuse me. There. What's that one? Is that the same thing? It's a bit smaller, isn't it? Can't see much, mate. Oh dear. You know what? It doesn't matter if we don't exactly follow the design, because all these things might not fit exactly where we want them to go, hey? So just the middle section. Sonia, we need something for up the middle section of it. It's the right size. Okay, so I've seen something earlier that might work. Where's those beads here? I don't know if they're too... This is right or not, this one. Mightn't be big enough. No, he's not big enough, is he? Yes, not big enough. There's a blue one. I don't know. It's a shame they weren't a bit bigger. It's like the only thing I found is that red one. That seems a shame, really, because I really wanted to do that. I do want to do this. I do want to do it. I'm going to keep you with me if you stay. If you hang around, you never know, you might find out something. You might figure it out that Sonia's finally going to do something if I get the right thing. Now, I've bumped the camera. Got stuff everywhere. Sorry about this. The right sort of thing I need. Come on. Well, there's a little metal butterfly. I do like that. Oh, I've got these. Look. Oh, they're nice little gold bits. They could go on somewhere, couldn't they? And nothing else. No, not in that one. Not giving up yet. I've still got more here. Not giving up yet. We'll keep looking. It's got to be the right piece. It's got to be the right piece. It's metal, otherwise something that size I'm after, aren't I? That's not the right thing. Oh, look, I might have to go with that red one. Not a big fan, but you know what, if you can't... Gee, that's nice. Keep finding things here that I might work with later on sometime. What's this one? Oh, it's wrong shape for a start. Oh dear, oh dear. I could put 2 small ones, couldn't I, or something? We'll put the red one on there, I think. Might have to put that red one on there. Sorry about that, people. I didn't mean to get... Ah dear. As you can see, I do collect up bits and pieces that are all going to be of use in one of them when I do get round to doing it, aren't they? Yes, they surely are. Did I look in this one? I might have done earlier when I was looking for something else. Oh, okay. So there's this. These are bug fly shapes, aren't they? Butterfly, bug flies, or whatever shapes on that. That is. Right, I've got something. I'm sure I do. Let's see. I won't panic now too much. Right, I'll put these back in here. They're not... They're the wrong sort. Nothing there. Now let's have a go. Right. Now we've got these here. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to put one of these up the middle. What do you reckon? It'll make it a little bit heavy. Maybe it probably need a bit of felt. Let's go with the pink colour one. Is it pink colour? Sort of. I've got texture or something on me. That's not good. So would it go that way, wouldn't it? The body thing, right? Okay, let's get the needle. What did I do with it? Here it is. Got the needle. Keep picking up that piece of cotton. Don't need it. I've got some pink here, and I'm going to sew that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to put this onto my hoop and sew it onto the felt. Okay, so it'll be thick enough. Right, that's me just pulling out what I was doing, because this way it'll be thicker and it'll be better, and then I'll just cut it out around the edge when I've finished. How about that? That's a better idea, isn't it? So you get yourself a piece of felt. If you haven't got a hoop, it doesn't really matter, as long as you don't pull what you're working on too tight. It'll be fine, as long as you don't pull it too tight. Okay, now it's really warm here today. Really warm here today. Now that has got a mark on it, but you know what? We're going to be beading over the top of it, so we're not going to worry too much about it. I'm not going to glue it down, because the glue will only make it really hard to sew around, you know? So you just want to, if you want to stitch it down first, that's up to you. If you want to do that first. You might have to excuse me a second till I wipe my brow. Alright. Oh, I believe I got that hot. I went to turn the fan on. It didn't work, so I have to get hubby onto that. Okay, now we're going to put, I hope you can see this, what I'm doing now. Fasten that there, and I've got my bead needle, and I've got pink background, but that doesn't matter, because you don't know what colours we're going to turn out with when we're putting this on, do you? You've got no idea what I'm going to end up with. I'm really keep going back to this red one, you know, because I want it to cover the thing. The only thing with that is, you know, it's all going to be really close, because that's a little bit bigger, isn't it? Yeah. So we could use that after me fishing it out. It's going to be high, a lot higher than the other beads. We can't do that. We're going to put this red one on. Sorry, people. We're just going to have to. It's going to. I'm going to have to find the things that make it work, and make it work, aren't I? The right sort of embellishments to make it work. Okay. Now, just go. There's holes in this one. This flat back. Bit of bling, I don't know what they call these. There's a hole in either end, so we're stitching that down just by, and this was coming all through. Don't nobody panic though, because it's okay. We've got the whole thing coming through there. It's all right. The whole piece of me string, what's the name? Right, so we've fastened that on because there's holes there. If you got no holes, glue it down, okay? So that's what I'm saying, and I'd be doing that. I'd be gluing it. That's a good little thing. That's a good flat. It's got flat on one side, and I think that would have been too small for that, would it? Now let's leave the red one there. Now that it's there, we're going to leave the red one there. Okay, now, see where we've got this now. Most of these are stitched around with little beads, so that's going to be happening too with this one. The good size for that would have been this here, wouldn't it? But it's got a picture of a lady, and I suppose nobody would have cared about that, about the lady being on the butterfly, would they? Don't look at me, I'm going to take it off. I can't help it, you know. That's what I would do if I don't want it there, which I really never did. That's why I kept on looking. But I'll put the lady one on there, and it can't be sewn on because it's got no holes in it. Where is she? It's a cameo thing, so we're going to just put... Whoa, that's a real lot of glue there, Sonia. A real lot of glue. If I put it on there and put it up the right way, nobody's going to care whether, you know, that's on there or not, are they? They're not going to be able to see any different. Isn't that true? Yeah. Right, now that's going to stick to the felt, but that doesn't matter because it just doesn't, okay? Now, I think I've always beaded from the when I'm doing this sort of thing from the inside out, because you really want to make sure you've got plenty of room. If you start on the outside to come in, you might end up with, well, I don't know, but it might not work that good, you know. Might not be the right shape, I'm thinking. Do I like them there? Not particularly, no. How about these two? Yes, I do like those there, don't you think? I'm gluing them down too now. Okay, now I haven't got enough room to put a bead through there, so I'm going to just put these right up against it, okay? They're going to have to go right up against there, against that bead. And there, looks like two eyes and a nose, doesn't it, to start with? Right, so we've got those bits, because I think those bits look good on your butterfly body. Now, we're going to need small ones, and I've got these little gold bits here that I'll put on. So let's find the needle and thread again. There we go. And we're going to put these little gold ones along here. I glue all over myself. But coming out to them, we need something else. So the only thing that I can see, well, I can see lots of things, but I'm thinking about what I'm going to put around the edge of it, because these are all different sizes. That's what's going around there, those beads. Now I can use that yellow one going out to the gold one along in these bugle beads. That's what they're called. They're called bugle beads. So I've come up in the middle of that though, so I'm going to have to do this now first. Now this has got a little hole up the centre, so I'm going to put him down through there. Have I got, like so, and I'm going to have to sew through twice because I want him to hold on to there really good, you know. So come up through there. This is moving about a bit, but that's okay, as long as I keep it reasonably in the right place. And you can't really see the cotton that much, and then you're going to go down in the top of it again and find a place there, and that'll hold that there like so. Okay, so that's good. And then we want to put, so it's going to hold down a bit better. I'm going out this side now to sew this piece on here. Look, here, and I'm going to come up through the bottom. Oh, really? Got everything hooked up and pulled it. Let's start that again. I'm going to come up through the bottom here and come out along there. Would I want that colour, or do I want something a bit more, what would be more than, better than that? Okay, that's yellow. It's okay, isn't it? What about the orange one? Let's put the orange one in there if they fit. I've got lots of different lengths and colours, so let's just try this for a start. Or the blue. Hang on. Here, going back to the blue, Sonya. Yeah. Takes a while to decide what colour to put in. You've got to make sure that it... Oops, I've flicked them everywhere. You've got to make sure that you've got it right. Now that's going to look good. Okay. So we're going up to put this blue bugle bead on. Now I can't tell you what size these are, because you know what, I'm just going with what fits, alright? I'm just putting on there what will fit, okay? Now in this section here, I need to put another one of these little gold ones sitting there. Okay, whoops. I hope you've ever tried this, you know, because it is really good fun. I mean, make yourself a nice brooch or a piece of something for your work, just to keep as a record of something that you did. You can make somebody a present. Make a really good present, I think. Although, I do remember this, because how can I forget, but I sent my nieces on my husband's side, because I've only got nephews in my family side, two homemade little booklets that I embroidered on, and never heard from them again. Ah dear, I know they're still out there. I think they must have thought it was I don't know what they thought. Did they think it was no good? Probably did. People are like that, you know. Some people think that they probably thought that was crap. Because they're not. I don't really care if they watch me anyway, which I doubt that very much. But if they did, I think that was really rude. We used to always send one another, send them their girls money. Them girls used to send our girl. They sent our girls money, and I thought one day, you know, I think I might just stop swapping money, and send something, you know, nice. Yeah, well, that didn't go well for me, did it? I thought it was nice. Anyway, it's just the way that people are, I suppose. So all in between all this, I'm going to have to put little beads, okay, to fill it all in. But till then, I'm going to put, now I suppose I'll need to put another couple of blue ones up this way, even though that looks like they're not going to be long enough. I think they should be right. A friend of mine that I went to TAFE with, she said this morning she'll have to come up here and look after me, move back to Parks. Gee, I think I'll be right though, Sandy. I think I'm okay. I don't think you have to come and look after me. I'm just, you know, I just have, sometimes I have a, I don't know. I was all right till they started putting me on medication, these doctors, and now I've never felt worse in my life. It was fine till they decided I wanted to have some of this and for diabetes and some of that for your high blood pressure. And ever since then, there's nothing but problems. Can't tell me there was anything wrong with me. There is now, though. Never mind. A lot of people stop taking their pills, but you know what? Sometimes I feel like a bit of a game. You never know. You probably need them. Ah, dear, now I'm being all silly. Anyway, now we're going to put this down in there. I hope you're watching what I'm doing, because I'm yakking away here and not telling you what I'm up to or anything. You can rewind though. This is a really good thing about this. You can rewind me and see what happened. Now I'm going to put another one up here. This is just giving you an idea that you can do this instead of having to do it the way that I did it. I have seen such amazing beading on Pinterest. You should go on there and have a look. By gee, there's some Pinterest, it's called. You should go on there and have a look, because gee, there's some good stuff on there. Really nice. I don't copy what anybody else has done, but I like to go and have a look for an idea. You know, like if you find an idea of how to, a technique or something, that's what I look on Pinterest for any techniques I see that I don't know about. Learning, I love to learn new things. I love to do different things. I really love to do different things. This is still recording, so that's good. Okay. Now hopefully I'll be able to find beads and things small enough to go in between those. And I'm going to put these other ones up here. Now if you wanted to, you wouldn't have to fill the whole thing in, but you know what, it would be worth it if you did. I mean, leaving it not filled up would probably not be quite right, you know. You need to fill it all in. Actually, these things are like two little halves joined together, but I'm not going to take it apart. So just come up on the outside and pull that down, and then this one the same. And in a lot of what I do, I will go back over and go through a lot of the beads again, just as I'm working, just to make sure that they're held down, they're quite cozy in that place that they're sitting. Only put them on with a couple of stitches to start with, you know, like up through there and back down. But after that, I like to, I just like to do, I got a bit of fluff on that. Just like to hold on to anything if I think it might be needing to shift a little bit over that way or whatever, just to keep it out of the. Actually, this hasn't taken very long, but if you did it with, well, I don't think so, just finding them was the biggest thing. Now it's not, come here, got hold of it properly. And you know what, when I thought about doing this, I couldn't find one of these butterflies for love and money, but we did. I got some, I found some, but lots of different things. There's these ones here that you could do that. That's a lot of work though, there's applique. You know, you could put it round the edge, just round these bits here. You know, you don't have to fill it all in. Oh dear. I have made, let me see, where's that other thing I've got here? Somewhere. Got one here. This is a brooch that I did by just using the part in the centre. It's all been around for years. It's all, you know, a bit ratty because I've been belting it. I haven't really been belting it, but moving it about. And there's another one that I did, and then I crocheted around the edge. And I just keep them as ideas, you know, for what things that you can do. But I often don't go back on and use any of them again. I just, maybe I will do another brooch, but not exactly the same as that. It'll be all different. You just come up through the end and take this, because it's got the hole in the top of it. See there? It's but I was really pleased with this butterfly. Really pleased with him, because I didn't. Oh well, I could have did it with the other way, but you've got your design here all ready to go, and all you got to do is just fill it in, and then you've got it, and it'll be more solid with the felt behind it. And all I have to do then is just cut it out afterwards around the outside of the butterfly. Yeah, so that'll be fun. And then I might make 2 little antennas for him. Those are called little antennas or little feelers or whatever they have, so they know what's going on. How do you think that looks? Okay. Do you think it looks like butterfly-ish? Okay, now I've got to find the right piece for in the centre. That should. Okay, well I do love that bit, but it's too big, isn't it? I don't know. That is a really good colour, that, isn't it? Nice. That's really pretty. I need something that's a bit smaller than that. That's a tiny bit too big, and that one there's not the right size either. Now I'm going to have to find a right bit for there, don't I? If I went looking for this before I started, I probably wouldn't have did this, because, well, you know, you get disheartened then if you can't find the right thing. But you know what? It's best to get on with it. I just like to get on with it. I could have used the leaf too here that I found. Look, could have used the leaf, and I might think of that next time. Where is it? There's a long one here somewhere. There. That would have looked all right on the back of it. See? Don't know if it'll go on there. I don't know. What do you think about that? Well, that's not too bad. Where's me? I'm sure butterfly. What does butterfly has a middle? He doesn't have any bit up there. He only has this middle, doesn't he? Here's that middle. It's a bit too big for his head. It's a bit too big for his head. Okay. Right, and let's scratch around here till we find a smaller piece then to go in that part. Well, that's not it. They're all the same. How about this little blue one? It's definitely going to be a blue and gold butterfly, isn't it? How's that? That doesn't look too bad. Don't think I've got anything else small. Oh, that piece is a gold one. Because this bit comes out over where it's. He's got his feelers out there, hasn't he? Oh, here's a bit. Look at this bit. Here's a nice piece. Piece of green. Sorta goes there. What else have we got? Oh, hang on, this is a good one too. This is probably a bit better idea than that there one. Or not. The same body needs to be the same colour, does it? What do you reckon? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What am I going to do? Look at these red ones, they're cool. They are. And I've got some tiny, tiny, tiny weeny ones in here. I've also got that as well. Anyway, I tell you what, I might have to get going and do a bit more on this directly, and then I'll come back and show you exactly what it looks like. I'm sure that I don't think I like that. I think I like that better. Although it just doesn't make sense, does it really? It's not a very good butterfly shape. I wanted to show you these bales here. This is what I meant when I was talking about putting this onto the back of the jewellery. This is a really big father type one that you don't really want to put on that because that's not going to work. But then you get these nice little ones. And you can glue that onto the back of there and use that for a brooch. Oh no, I meant a hanging thing. Put around your neck or whatever. Okay, so if I'd have been thinking, which I obviously wasn't, I would have put that over to the side a bit so I could hang that in the middle. Alright, as it is now, I might have to put something through the top of the leaf to make that work properly for me, because that's too big. But these are the sort of things that you can get, and they're called bales, and you buy them on eBay. Just type in bales, you might pay. You just have a good look about because they're not really that dear if you find the right place. Okay, so that's something that you can find. Now, I've got to work out what I'm going to put there on that head thing, don't I? For its head. I don't know because I've got a little bit of. I suppose I better get going because I don't want this to turn off and leave this out there. This here. Does that look like? No. And I need probably a small. These are neat. So I can't put one in there too small. I need probably a smaller one of these, I think. Ah, okay. Well, I won't make you go looking for stuff with me again because it's just probably. Hang on, I've got this bit of jewellery here and everything popped out of there when I bought it, so it obviously wasn't glued in. I think that might work. That might fit in there. How about that? Right. How about that? Now that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I'm going to put that in there. I'll glue that one on. Which way does it go? Has it got a flat side? Yeah, there's a flat side. Okay, now put that onto there like that, carefully. It doesn't look too bad. Looks sort of like that bit, there's a spider, but when I get it done, so I've got a lot of beading now to do. Got to fill in all this and that, and I'll put long beads around there. I'll put a smaller bead around the edge of that. Okay, so it sort of looks like a spider and a bug and lots of other things, but it looks quite a butterfly. It'll be fine. I'll just keep on working away here and fill it in and see what I come up with. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed that. And we're going to do a little bit more beading, I'd say, because I really love doing it. And I've got a lot of other things that I wanted to do as well. I've got to think about, what I'd like to show you that I've already shown years ago, because maybe you can't find my tutorials because it's way back, because I've been on here for 5 years or something, and I've made over 1,000 of them, like actually videos, and they're not all tutorials, but anyway, so I really appreciate this watching, and I really, really love to teach us more. I just can't think of what to do. There's that many things. I'm sort of... I know how to do so much stuff. I just got to get it right what I want to show you. But anyway, so thank you for watching, and have a go at that, eh? Everybody have a bit of a go at that and see how you like it, all right? So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.